Disrespect is something we all experience at some point in life. It can be frustrating and upsetting, but what if we could handle it with wisdom and strength? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism teaches us how to face difficult situations with resilience and grace. In this video, we will explore 10 powerful Stoic lessons that will help you deal with disrespect in a better way. Stay strong and watch until the end. You won't want to miss this. Let's begin. 1. Stay calm. One of the most important teachings of Stoicism is that our emotions are shaped not by what happens to us, but by how we interpret those events. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. Disrespect itself does not have the power to harm you. It is your perception of it that determines your reaction. When someone disrespects you, remember that their words and actions reflect their own character, thoughts, and emotions. It is not a measure of your worth. Instead of allowing their behavior to dictate your emotions, remind yourself that you are in control of how you respond. A calm and composed response will always be more powerful than an emotional outburst. This ability to maintain self-control is what sets a true Stoic apart from others. 2. Reflect on yourself. Another key Stoic principle is self-examination. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When faced with disrespect, take a step back and reflect on the situation objectively. Ask yourself, is there any truth in what the person said? Did I do something to contribute to this situation? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? By looking inward, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and the situation. This practice of self-reflection prevents impulsive reactions and helps you make rational decisions. Instead of allowing someone else's negativity to control you, use it as an opportunity for growth and wisdom. 3. Learn the art of patience. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, once said, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit." What he meant was that reacting in anger strengthens negative emotional patterns. Stoicism teaches that self-control is key to living a virtuous life. When someone disrespects you, your first instinct might be to react immediately. However, acting on impulse often leads to poor decisions and unnecessary conflict. Instead, pause. Take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to process the situation. This simple act allows you to regain control over your emotions and choose a response that reflects wisdom rather than frustration. By mastering this skill, you show strength, discipline, and emotional intelligence. A well-timed pause can prevent regret, de-escalate conflicts, and ensure that you act in alignment with your principles. The ability to remain composed under pressure is a true Stoic trait. 4. Have empathy. Epictetus reminds us, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves." Stoics believe that we are all connected and that understanding others leads to better interactions and personal growth. When someone disrespects you, it might be tempting to react with anger or defensiveness. However, Stoicism teaches us to practice empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Ask yourself, what might be causing this person to act this way? Are they dealing with personal struggles or insecurities? Could their disrespect be a reflection of their own inner turmoil rather than a direct attack on me? Empathy allows you to see that disrespect is often not personal. It could be the result of stress, ignorance, or emotional pain. By understanding this, you can respond with kindness rather than hostility. This does not mean tolerating bad behavior. Instead, it means recognizing that anger and resentment only harm you in the long run. Responding with dignity and understanding will keep you in control of the situation and prevent unnecessary negativity in your life. 5. Focus on virtue. Stoicism places great emphasis on living a virtuous life. Seneca said, "Virtue is nothing else than right reason." In other words, true wisdom comes from acting in accordance with your principles. When facing disrespect, a Stoic does not seek revenge or validation. Instead, they focus on maintaining their own integrity. Ask yourself, what is the most honorable way to respond to this situation? How can I turn this into an opportunity to demonstrate wisdom and patience? Will reacting emotionally improve or worsen the situation? By prioritizing virtue over fleeting emotions, you ensure that your actions align with your values. Responding with grace and self-control will not only preserve your dignity, but will also earn you the respect of those around you. 6. Embrace acceptance. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is to accept what is beyond our control. Epictetus wisely stated, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This means that instead of focusing on what we lack or what others do to us, we should focus on what we have and how we respond. Disrespect from others falls into the category of things we cannot control. We cannot dictate how people behave, but we can control how we react to their words and actions. The Stoic dichotomy of control teaches us that our thoughts, actions, and emotions are within our power, while external circumstances, including the behavior of others, are not. So when you encounter disrespect, remind yourself that it is not a reflection of your true worth, but a manifestation of the other person's thoughts and emotions. Instead of letting it disturb your inner peace, embrace acceptance and focus on self-improvement. By doing so, you avoid unnecessary anger and frustration while maintaining your composure and wisdom. 7. Use humor. As Seneca once said, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." While Stoicism emphasizes emotional control and rational decision-making, it also acknowledges the power of humor in diffusing tension and maintaining a balanced perspective. When faced with disrespect, a well-timed joke or a lighthearted response can shift the energy of the situation. Humor allows you to rise above petty insults and show that you're not easily rattled. It can also serve as a subtle way of disarming your opponent without resorting to anger or aggression. Of course, humor should be used wisely. It should never be condescending or meant to humiliate others. Instead, use it as a tool to maintain your emotional balance and remind yourself that not every negative remark deserves a serious reaction. When you choose laughter over anger, you show that you're in control of your emotions and not controlled by them. 8. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism is not about letting people walk all over you. It is about maintaining strength, integrity, and self-respect. A rock stands firm against the waves, and a Stoic stands firm in their values, regardless of external circumstances. When someone disrespects you, you have a choice. You can either ignore it if it is trivial, or assert your boundaries if it crosses a line. Setting boundaries is not about reacting with aggression, but about calmly and confidently communicating your expectations. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, let them know their behavior is unacceptable. Express yourself with confidence and clarity without letting emotions take over. By doing this, you demand respect without stooping to the level of those who mistreat you. Boundaries are essential for maintaining self-respect and ensuring that others treat you with the dignity you deserve. 9. Choose forgiveness. Imagine someone disrespects you. How do you respond? Do you hold on to anger and resentment, or do you let it go? The Stoics teach that forgiveness is not about excusing someone's behavior, but about freeing yourself from the burden of negative emotions. Forgiveness does not mean you forget or condone what happened. Instead, it means recognizing that holding on to anger only harms you. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This means that by forgiving and moving forward, you choose peace over conflict and wisdom over revenge. However, Stoics also emphasize forgiving with wisdom. If someone continuously disrespects you, forgiveness does not mean allowing them to continue their behavior unchecked. It means letting go of resentment while taking necessary actions to protect yourself. By practicing forgiveness, you cultivate inner peace and maintain control over your emotional well-being. 10. Change your perspective. Perspective is a powerful tool in handling disrespect. How you choose to interpret a situation determines how it affects you. Marcus Aurelius famously stated, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." In other words, your reality is shaped by how you perceive the world. When someone disrespects you, instead of seeing it as an attack on your worth, view it as an opportunity to practice patience, self-control, and wisdom. Recognize that most instances of disrespect are minor in the grand scheme of life. They do not define you, nor do they have any lasting impact unless you allow them to. Additionally, consider the possible reasons behind someone's disrespectful behavior. Often, people act out of ignorance, insecurity, or their own struggles. By shifting your perspective, you realize that their words or actions say more about them than they do about you. This realization makes it easier to respond with calmness and wisdom rather than frustration and anger. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but about mastering them. By applying these 5 principles, acceptance, humor, boundary setting, forgiveness, and perspective, you can navigate disrespect with grace and wisdom. Each challenge in life presents an opportunity for growth. The next time you encounter disrespect, remember these Stoic lessons and respond in a way that upholds your dignity and strengthens your character. If you found this video valuable, leave a thumbs up to help us reach more people seeking ancient wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more Stoic teachings. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay Stoic.